Hello guys and welcome back to another video. No, this one is not gonna be a travel video, and rather than that, this one is going to be all about our guest, our friend, all the way from Greece, George. George is a 55 years old traveler who travels around the world and already have visited more than 40 countries. And we met George on our Nepal trip and got in touch with him. And now George is here in India. So as we Indians says, Atithi Devo Bhava. So now it's our time to show our hospitality. Actually, George came here to attend a film festival in our college, where he watched diverse films with different languages.
Came here. I just met the bassist on one road in Kathmandu. We just spoke to something like 3 minutes. We directly connect. He spoke to me very passionate about this short movie festival, and I immediately found it very, very interesting. And I promise that if time is convenient, I will do my best to come here and attend this 3 days celebration of the art of cinema. So after being in Nepal and Bangladesh, I accept the bassist's invitation, and I'm here now with you to enjoy this event.
And also screened one of his short films. In Greek, it is called as Paria, and in English, it is called as Company. And also joined us on our family events as well. After all of these, today we are going to take George out for a ride around the Barakpur city and have some chit-chat conversations. Hi. So, take your helmet. You good?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, I would like you to give a brief introduction of yourself to the audience so that the audience can know you better.
Hello guys, I hope you find the video interesting. I am George. George is the English version of my real Greek name, which is Yorgos. I used to be a computer science teacher in higher secondary in Greece. When I reached 48, I quit because I understand that at this point of my life I was very interested in traveling, and I wanted to do it full time. But soon after this decision, Corona started, so I have to wait for a little bit before I can start traveling. But now I am on the road for good from last April, when I start traveling continuously. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'd like to thank Siddharth that gave me this opportunity to interact with you.
For anyone considering a life of travel, what advice would you give them? Any lessons you wish you knew when you were first started?
Look, advice. I could say best thing is that first of all you must find which is your reason. why you want to do this thing. I mean, now there is a trend, I think, that traveling is considered kind of cool, and everybody wants to travel the world and see the places and stuff like that. I think you should ask yourself why you are interested in this stuff and why you want to do it, first of all. So you have your answers for the reason. And as a second advice, this I told you already, you need to know that in traveling there is a kind of hard part. There will be some kind of difficulties. You cannot avoid this. What else? For sure you need to try to find all the possible safety information that is available before you reach the place that you are going to visit. Also, it is for the way from the point of view that I see it, I would suggest just don't go to visit the sites and the places. Interact with the people. It's very important. You will remember afterwards the interaction, not the sites. I think sites there are everywhere in your country, also in anybody's country there are sites. Everywhere there is lakes and waters and mountains, most everywhere. You don't need to go to the other place of the world to see stuff like that. The culture and the people is what matters for me. And for the advices but I didn't know before I was starting traveling, I would say first of all, try to travel as low weight as possible, because sometimes it gets very annoying to carry with you 15 kilos, for example. Try to travel light. It makes life much more easier on the road. And what else? Ask for local advice. If you can, don't use, for example, don't use booking machines for accommodation. Just go to the place, ask local people, where can I go? And then bargain prices from the hotel. Yes, of course. One also very good tip is for having time to do all that stuff, try not to arrive late at night. So anything that can happen, you have the time to solve it while there's still daylight. In other states, it has another name. I think in Maharashtra it's called Maruti.
Maruti Nanda.
Maruti.
Yes. Called Pavan Putra, means the son of the wind. So George, you have been to a lot of countries, different countries. So tell me, what similarities have you noticed around those countries? Is there any similarities?
Look, there are some similarities accordingly to the continent. For example, in Asia, you generally find more warm people, more eager to make some kind of communication with the visitor, and also you find one, let's say, culture that is family oriented, and also not just family oriented, extended family oriented. While on the other hand, in Europe there is a more individualistic culture, and people are not that warm, you can say, as a general rule, and also they are not so eager to communicate with a stranger. Yes, here in Asia, in some countries, and India is definitely one of them, people are very happy to speak with a stranger visitor, and this makes the visitor feeling really much better.
Connected, more connected.
More connected than just going to one place and see the sights and take photos. You understand? You are given the opportunity to get inside the culture, to know how people are living, to know how they are feeling, because you talk with them. They are very happy to talk with you. So, in my way of thinking about traveling, it's good that you grab this opportunity, so you can really see what is a country about. Because a country, of course, is not just visiting the famous places and taking photos and post on Instagram. Yes. It's better than you have some communication with them. You spend some time
With the locals.
Yes, like now.
Like now, yes.
You understand?
You mean instead of studying there? No, after the study. After our period, we used to come.
I'm not sure about that, but anyway, I think you just keep the studying. Handsome young man. Give me a look here.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much. ₹7. Good. I don't remember now the exact title. The director is Richard Linklater. I think it's Before Sunrise.
Sunrise. Oh, before sunrise.
You remember this film?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before sunrise. Yes. It has 3 parts actually.
3 parts.
Yeah, 3 parts.
3 parts. But the first one is amazing.
Yeah, the first
I
one
can
is
watch
amazing.
anytime.
Yeah,
I can watch anytime. And also I like some movies like that. For example, I like a lot Solaris. Tarkovsky, Solaris. I like a lot Bergman, Wild Strawberries. Wild Strawberries.
Great choices.
Yeah?
Great choices.
I think
Yeah.
Fellini, Yamako, I like.
And I really liked the film, The Before Sunrise. Oh my god, I have
Yes.
watched the 3 ones. Where the guy met a girl on the train, right? Yeah, I watched that was amazing.
It's also in a
But I
way.
didn't like the second and third part that much as I have liked the first one, The Before Sunrise.
The second is also good, but the third is not.
Third is,
good.
yeah, third is. So George, you were a computer science teacher in Greece till the age of 45, right? So I want to know that what inspired you or motivated you to leave that life behind and start traveling.
I always had the desire to visit other places in the world where things are different, culture are different, food is different, religion is different, scenery is different, and to have this experience of how is life there. First, I started traveling during my holiday from school, which for Greece is July, August. So I was traveling 60 days continuously. Then I add up to this 15 days in Easter and 15 days in Christmas. So I was traveling 3 months per year, every year. And then I realized that this is the thing that I like the most. Also, in my country, I live a very simple life. I don't make too much expenses. So I manage without any effort to save money from my job because I work 20 years. So it was pretty, let's say, natural and without any effort. I was able at the age of 49, 50 to quit just for have more time for experience, travel full time. Before I did this, I just took 1 year off from school without payment, just to see how it feels to be on the road for a long time. And then after 1 year finished, I took a second year. And then after the second year finished, I took a third year. So I was traveling continuously 2 years and 11 months. And then I went back to Greece because I wanted to do one last farewell year in school, just for psychological reasons. And then I quit. And then when I was ready to start traveling, Corona started, so I need to delay the whole thing. But now, luckily, I'm on the road again. Now I'm on the road since April last year.
Last year.
April last year.
Okay, so you have already visited more than 40 countries, right? So have you seen any cultural similarities between those countries?
There are cultural similarities. First of all, according to the continent. For example, here in Asia, as a general rule of thumb, you find, I could say, more warm people. Communication is more heartily and more easy, and people are very happy to talk to you, and you feel very good as a visitor here. It's something more than just visiting the country to see the sights. This is happening in many countries in Asia. Probably India is one of on the top list for this feeling. But also in other countries, like for example Tajikistan, Laos, the feeling is very good. And for example, also here in Asia, there's a more family-oriented culture, or better, extended family-oriented culture. Not just husband, wife, children, but also the parents of the. Most common, the parents of the husband together in the family. While on the other hand, for example, Europe is more individualistic oriented. People don't use to stay with the family after 20 years old. They just find a job and go away.
So George, as much as I get to know about you, that you are a very big film cinema enthusiast, right? And you basically came here to attend Cine Parban International Film Festival, Carnival and Awards 24, right? So I want to know that from where the love for the cinema came into your life.
Came very naturally because my father and mother used to like cinema a lot. So I start going to cinema halls at the age of 7 maybe, and then I continue going with my friends, and then I continue going with my girlfriends. So and also many friends that I have in the course of my life. It's because we have this common love for cinema. So we can say that it was something that it's followed me my whole life, this thing. And of course, as times go by, the things that I like to watch changes and developing, and I love to sit in a cinema hall and watch cinema. I love.
Any favorite films or directors you want to mention about?
For sure, now I will forget some names, but I like Berman, I like Woody Allen, Fellini, I like Antonioni. From the new generation, I like Wes Anderson, Jason Reitman. From the independent 70s cinema, Cassavetes, many. And also, for example, now I forgot Carlos Saura, many names. Aiki Kaurismäki.
Okay, George, tell me, when it comes to travel planning, what do you prefer? A detailed planning or you are more spontaneous? How do you make balance between both?
Look, when you start traveling, you always do a very strict planning. But as times go by, you are more and more open to things that are happening and are unexpected. This also has to do with what you enjoy in traveling. If your purpose in traveling is just seeing sights and take photos in the sights, of course you have to do a strict planning, so you cover as much places as you can in a shorter time. But if your purpose is to discover the culture, enjoy the people and stuff like that, this of course you cannot plan them. They just happen. Sometimes, and it's better if you are open, so you can enjoy them. One good approach is that you do some planning, so you have something in your mind, so there is an excuse to go outside from your hotel to one direction, and then be open to whatever happens. Yes.
So now you are traveling for years, right? And so what's your style now? Do you pre-plan the whole journey or you just spontaneously travel around?
No, I don't pre-plan the whole journey, but during the journey, I stop, let's say, for one day, and I do some rough plan for the next, let's say, 1 month, 2 months. Rough plan. Rough plan means more or less which places, which cities, towns, villages I want to visit, in which order. Because also you have to take into consideration stuff like, for example, weather. Because, for example, you don't want to reach one place during rainy season, maybe. You don't want to reach one place during typhoon season. It's not a good idea. You don't want to reach one place during extreme heat. So one thing that you need to plan is weather. Another thing you need to plan is that you should get all the available information about safety.
Yes.
You don't want to go somewhere where it's not safe and it's written on sources and you just didn't do your homework and you don't know it.
Yes, yes.
It's better you know stuff like that.
Do you see yourself returning to Greece at some point, or are you gonna live this nomadic life?
First of all, for anything that you do in life, you must not get into the trap, I think, that just because you are enjoy something now, you have something like an obligation to continue it forever. So I'm doing this now because it is enjoyable for me. As long as it is enjoyable, and as long as I am physically strong enough to do it, I will continue to do it. But there's no obligation for doing it for a long time. If the question is if I feel kind of homesick,
Yes.
I'm not.
You're not.
Definitely, I am not now. I don't have so much this concept of let's say home as one specific place. For example, in India I feel more in home than I feel in Greece. Some of my friends that they know now that I am back in India, they just say that oh, home sweet home, meaning that I come back to India. Yes. Because this is my third visit here, and I already been here 11 months. Yes. So for the moment, I am not thinking of going back to Greece. I'm not thinking.
And
In general, I try. I have the philosophy that the place that you are now is your home. Yes.
Wow, beautiful. And at this point of your life, are you happy?
Happy is a big word, but I can safely say 100% that I am doing exactly what I want to do. I am absolutely sure that this is what I want to do at this time of my life, and I enjoy it. Being constantly happy is something like an illusion, I think. But more or less, I am in peace with myself.
Yes.
In peace, and I have many moments of enjoyment.
So George, this one is gonna be a deep question.
Deep.
Yeah, actually it's deep.
Okay.
Do you think about death?
I think about that, but not in a depressing way. I mean, it's something that it's good to have in mind that sometime it will happen, and you cannot avoid this. But it's good that you focus on life and not on death. Meaning that try to make the best of the time that you have here, and when death happens, it will happen. It's something that nobody can escape from that. What matters really is how you pass your time here. I mean, if you pass, the big responsibility is that you pass your time here according to your choices. That's what I think it's important. Because many people think too much, I think, about death, and they forget that they are alive now, and they have the opportunity to make the best of it. Yes. So let's say my philosophy is that you have to focus on now, because the past is over, and the future is just how can I say? It's just something that is going to come. It's not true. Now is true. So you need to focus on now. So you have as best moments as you can, because life is just, I think, life is just one big bucket of moments, of good moments. That's all.
Any specific lesson you want to tell the youngsters, the young travelers, or young people?
You mean not just about traveling, eh?
No, not just about traveling. It's about,
About life.
Yes, about life.
About life. About life, the biggest advice that an older man can give to a young man, I can safely say that it is try to do in life what you feel to do, and don't listen to anybody. That is the biggest advice. I recently read one thing that phrases this in a very good way. I will share it. Just a minute, I will remember. It says, living one's life but by not following what is expected to do by others, take a lot of wisdom and courage not to do. I say again, living one's life by following what is expected by others takes a lot of wisdom and courage not to do.
Not to do.
Not to do. So it means try to do in life what you feel like it. Don't listen to advices. You understand? So my advice is don't listen to my advice. Find your own
Light.
your own way in life. Yes. There is no, if you are asking me, and although I'm in India, my belief is that there's no guru. You are your guru. You understand what I mean? Find from yourself inside what you want to be and walk this road. That's it.
Find your own way.
Find your own way, yes. Instead of trying to imitate the way of somebody important, find your own way. That's why also I don't believe in religions, because there's no point in following a wise man. Try to be the wise man for you. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Yes. And also don't try not to try as much as you can that other people don't take you as a prototype and as an example. Teach everybody to be prototype for himself.
Okay, George, share some lessons which you have learned from your travels, and any specific experience which has shaped your philosophy on life.
In a few words, what is important is that you know, not only in traveling but in everything, what is important is that you know what is the reason that you are doing something. Coming to traveling, for me what is important is the experience that you have with people. That is important. The experience that you have with people, and through this experience and through the fun and the bond that you have with people, you come to realize how people live.
1 second.
So in a few words, what's important in life? Probably the most important thing is that you follow your heart and you are doing what your heart says. So how this relates to traveling for me? What is important in traveling is that you get to know and to be in contact with people that before you didn't know they exist, and now you are in their own land, and you try to understand how these people think, what they like, what is their culture, what is their religion, through the bond and the fun that you have with these people. So it's not about going to one place, taking selfies in the sites and stuff like that. It's all about the experience with people.
Good boy.